my people, and welcome back. It's a brand new week, and we're ready to get started with our day 6 challenge of drawing. And today's challenge is to draw something from your favorite place to visit or to live. And so Eliana went ahead, Curly Fries went ahead and picked what she'd like to do today. What are we doing?
Seashells.
Seashells. One of your favorite places to live and to visit is the ocean, right? Yeah. Cool. So we're going to jump on in and we're going to create several different types of seashells today, right? The first one you talked about that you were really excited about is kind of like a clamshell, like this, right? We're going to add a few extra details, and I'm not worried about, we're going to start tracing, huh?
Yes.
I like that idea. Well, if you don't have a seashell to trace at home, what we're going to do is make a soft curve on the top, and then we're going to pull it down, make almost like a teardrop point on the bottom, and curve it back up. Kind of looks like a candy corn, if you think about it. And then the thing we're going to add is what actually hooks them together with the opposite side of the shell, which is this little base that they have that curves around like this. So it's kind of flat on the bottom, curves around on both sides. And remember, nature is rarely ever symmetrical, so we don't have to worry about it being perfect on each side. Now, there's always these fun lines that kind of create a three-dimensional effect and kind of some texture to it as well. They curve from the bottom up towards the top.
And sometimes they're sideways.
Sometimes they're sideways, right? So for these guys, they've got lines that travel this way, but they've also got like these ridges and ripples that travel around. Super, super fun. And then down here, we'll add some more texture too. There's our first seashell. If you want, you can kind of curve each section that you've created. Give it a little bit extra oomph on the edges, and then erase that original line that we created. So there's our first seashell. Now the next seashell I wanted to do was a sand dollar, and sand dollars are really pretty and really delicate. If you ever find one at the beach, you know what I'm talking about. Called sand dollars because they live in the sand, and they're kind of like a silver dollar is another thing they're called. They're about the size of a silver dollar pancake. And then we have this really beautiful symbol that lives on it. So I'm going to make one loop. I'm going to make 2 loops. I'm going to make 3 loops in the center. And if you want to, you can come through and add some texture to it. Because remember, sand dollar. Anyone from Colfax remember what this technique is called? When we color or when we add texture with little dots, we call it stippling. Stippling. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill these in just a little bit to give some dimension to it.
Aren't there 4?
I think they're just 3.
Possibly. Look it up, people.
I mean, I could add 5. 5. Ooh, there we go. I think that's right.
It looks more like that now.
Well, yeah.
That's how they look.
And now the fun part here is, again, nature is not perfect. So I'm actually going to come back through and buff around these edges a little bit more and make it less circular, because this has been sitting at the beach for a while. Sand's been rolling all over it and whatnot. Ooh, I like it, Eliana. Looking good. All right, and then we've got one more seashell that we'll do today. And I would say, have you ever seen those shells that hermit crabs live in? That's kind of cool. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an oval. That's where my hermit crab's going to crawl inside. Sound good? And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a loop here that bubbles over and comes back. And I'm just going to build on that by stacking them on top. They're getting a little smaller each time you come up. Got the little tiny bump on the end of it. And then if you want, you can add an outside edge. We're going to color it in darkest on one side and lighten it up as you go to the other side.
Shading.
Yeah, we're making it shading. Shading.
I have many art pieces that involve shading.
There we go. 3 things from one of our favorite places. If you want to tune back in later, my art friends will be here to do some more origami with you and no cheese. Thanks from the bottom of our heart. We'll see you later.